What is going on, guys? Brian Superman's Comics Tuesday night live stream, like we always do every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We got some great topics we're going to talk about tonight. We are coming at you with some comic news for the week. We're talking about a new Spider-Man movie trilogy. San Diego Comic-Con and WonderCon just came out with their dates for 2022. We have also, we're going to talk about our Hawkeye reaction, and we have a live action adaptation of Saga, which no one really knew about. But before we get into those topics, we want to welcome people coming into the chat, and let's welcome in the panelists. You guys know him as Brian McClay, but we also know him from that Tales from the Flip Side YouTube channel. Brian, what's going on?
What up, brother? I'm loving the "Don't Shoot Your Eye Out" Garbage Pail Kid in the background.
that was a Christmas card I got from Mark Pingator, the former GBK artist.
That's awesome, dude.
And you guys might know him from that indie comic spotlight from comicbookinvest.com. And make sure you guys check out his Instagram. And he is here joining us with, some sickness going on through the family. So I'm glad he's able to join us. I don't want to give out too much information, but his family's on the mend, but he's here to talk comic news. And we got Mr. Andy Tomberlin. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Glad to be here. And if I run out, it's because I had to go to a bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Like, just tell all my family shit while we're on the show.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
And we got a fearsome foursome tonight. Dan will be out again, but we always miss Dan. He will be back soon. But rounding it up, we have Mr. Comic Man Andy himself from that Comic Man Andy YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you check out his channel. He just put up a new video. That's right. If you are new to comic book collecting, he's got a great video up there. A great video that's going to be a series of videos for beginners and comic collectors, right?
Absolutely. And we have upgraded ourselves tonight. We are now pro level button pushers, and I'm here to push your buttons tonight, buddy.
Yes. Pro level 27 wizard button pusher.
A1Z.
Yeah. If it's because I'm stumbling, it's because I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a year older now. So
congrats, buddy.
Rocking the 40s, almost mid 40s now. So
get it. Better with age. Better with age.
44-year-old comic nerd.
Yeah, but as you get older, the level of I don't give a shit just really takes over, man. It's wonderful.
Definitely feel you there. And busy day. How's you guys' weeks going so far? I mean, we're 2 days in, but it seems like it should be Friday. I'm still in work clothes. I mean,
yeah. It's been a long week already. I do have to say, I didn't make it last week, but I watched, and your Home Alone reference to Alberto Jefe is 100% spot on. I had to go back and look at it, and I was like, oh my god, it's dead nut.
we got celebrity, the old Buzz.
Oh yeah,
Buzz McAllister here.
That's great stuff.
And of course, everyone's like, I guess I'm Peter Griffin. Want to welcome Shadow. I'm just gonna say Shadow because I messed up the rest of that. But welcome Shadow into the chat. So we got some great stuff to talk about. I'm excited to talk about some San Diego Comic-Con. There was one topic put in here kind of as a push Andy's buttons over Saga, but I think we're gonna have a good conversation about that a little bit later on in the show. But the first one I want to talk about, Spider-Man No Way Home tickets went on sale yesterday at night. There's a frenzy for them, right?
Yeah, people were flipping them, right?
Queue, waiting queue, people reporting. Some people reporting like the same. It was almost like a PS5 drop, man. People were complaining about not getting tickets. I wasn't in that queue. I figured I'd see it when I see it. But Newbie Comics, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. But on the back heels of that yesterday, we also had an announcement that, hey, Tom Holland's not done with Spider-Man, not done with Sony, not done with Marvel MCU movies, and pretty much teased like a whole new trilogy of Spider-Man movies, right?
Amen.
Yep.
I did see some like later articles, I think on Comic Book or CBR, saying, hold on, not so fast. But for the most part, we know Spider-Man's not coming. I've seen other articles where they're talking about, hey, we still might get Spider-Man, Venom, and that live action introduction to Miles. But
I think we all kind of had that idea in the back of our head that end credit scene, at least one of them was going to have the Venom stuff, right? And that's the big news that I'm hearing from around everywhere, right? That we're on top of getting a new trilogy, that there is supposedly some type of scene where either he comes up on Eddie and the guys, or that symbiote suit enters the party, so to say, right? And if that's the case, then are we going to get a Venom trilogy or a symbiote trilogy, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I like it if it is true. I mean, it's not verified by Sony or Marvel yet. If I was reading it right, but I think it'll be good. This is probably the most excited I've been to see a Spider-Man movie so far. So yeah, I think if this one hits and it could be wide open for the next two, and I'm kind of excited about it if it does come to fruition.
Yeah, I did jump around in the outline because I left you guys hanging. I just picked the first thing that caught my mind, and that was Spider-Man. So you hush it up. We'll get to the other parts later. Sorry for people in the chat. I'm yelling at my panelists. It's totally my fault. I didn't pick them in order.
Well,
I love it.
The other crazy thing that people are saying is that people were flipping tickets.
Yes, that's so annoying, especially for. Well, the plus side to that, right, is that's good to see considering the way theaters have been, pandemic, and people going back to the theater. And it seems like no matter, it's kind of like if you're a System of a Down fan and their album's really good when they first came out, Spider-Man's kind of like that System of a Down where they can just shit something on screen and people go see it. It's like Spider-Man movies always do good. The last, was it The Amazing Spider-Man, right? The one that had Rhino, Electro. I was worried about that. I have that similar worry with this one, just because when you introduce so many villains on the screen at one time, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I mean, I do have trust when you get MCU's hands in it, but it is still Sony. Well, guess we'll wait and see. But either way, no doubt, I'm going to end up going to the theater to see it.
Yeah, but is it really Sony? I feel like MCU is like the old here, hold my beer,
yeah,
and go from there. Like, I mean, this has MCU wrote all over it just by looking at the previews to me. We had to pull some strings. We had to pull some strings to get Buzz here, but he made it.
He took the night off from his police shift. What he's a police officer in the latest Home Alone movie, right? Buzz McAllister.
Yeah. And I mean, trying to get him around the holidays is just, I mean, it makes it double hard. So yeah, we were lucky to get Buzz here.
Fat and jolly. Okay, so you guys got to help me out a little bit here. So am I misunderstanding this? This next movie that's coming out is now going to be the first of the next trilogy? Because
yeah, that's what I interpreted from it.
I thought I thought this is the end of the trilogy, right?
No, there's two more from what I read in that article. Two more coming.
Okay.
How many Spider-Man movies has there been?
New
with
Sony
Tom Holland?
Disney Web-Slinger trilogy. I want to say that article for the new trilogy is something separate from this movie that's dropping.
No,
I agree.
I did my homework on this one. Per the article.
You read the article, man.
Yeah, per the article, I'm telling you.
You understood the assignment.
Yeah, there you go. This is the first, and there will be two more coming, unless I'm just totally out of it, which could be, and misread the article. But yeah, this would be the first of three paired Sony and MCU.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my lines got a little bit crossed, because there was a lot of stuff hitting social media today about the tickets and being stuck in waiting lines, and people were like, had been waiting for an hour or more, and they were flabbergasted that at this point in time there was the mad dash for these tickets, right? At one point, somebody posted on social media a picture. Somebody had tickets on eBay for $25,000. Like, seriously. Somebody put that expensive paper up for an expensive paper price. And it was just ridiculous. So between reading this article and what was going on with social media, I kind of got a little confused on whether or not this movie coming out is the beginning of the next trilogy that the article talked about, or this movie is closing things out and then they're starting a new one, because this movie that's coming out, Sony didn't have a hand in it, did they?
This one?
I don't remember.
Yeah, because all the single Spider-Man movies are Sony.
Okay,
but you might have read the article, but I don't think you understood the article. You can't hear Jimmy. But
so am I wrong?
She says we're getting ready to make the next Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland and Marvel. We're thinking of this as 3 films, and now we're going to go on to the next 3. This is not the last of our MCU movies. Yes, Marvel and Sony are going to keep going together as partners. So to me, it sounds like she said the next 3, so there's an additional 3 movies.
Yeah, this is the third one. They're going to do 4, 5, and 6.
We see who's not the brains of the operation here. That would be
definitely not me, because I can't even read the outline in order.
Well, also this is the third time, the third John Watts directed film, and John Watts is going on to Fantastic Four, so we'll get a new director for the new trilogy.
Bring back Sam Raimi.
See, you're gonna make me reread this shit now.
Here's the other thing: Tom Holland has been dropping little hints that he's done with Spider-Man. That if he basically thinks that maybe they should go the Miles Morales route, type thing. And
then he was also like telling, because I got that animated series right that's coming to Disney, talking about how told who's playing him to reach out and wishes him success. Who knows, man?
Yeah, it's really murky. I'll say that. Like, it is really murky.
McClade, weren't you saying that this next trilogy could be that gateway to Miles Morales earlier, or did I misunderstand you?
Venom. I think it's going to be the whole Secret Wars thing. I think we're going to, it's going to open up the whole Secret Wars. And I'm not saying Secret Wars, but Secret Wars 8, right? That book's going to shoot up right now because I have some type of feeling that, either it's going to be, what is Peter doing during this movie, right? He's trying to stop the variants, I guess you should call them, from all these new combatants into the arena on his world. He's trying to find them all. And who is one of those combatants that are, new people onto his world? That's Eddie Brock, as we saw from the last Venom movie. So Eddie Brock's chilling there on that world right now. At some point, Peter's going to have to find Eddie Brock. And if he finds him, that's going to be that could be a great little end credit scene already. But if he finds him and sends him back to his world and a piece of that symbiote jumps out, then now we have symbiotes in the MCU, right? So,
yeah, and I totally stand corrected. After rereading the article, yes, this is not the trilogy.
The red flag came out. The red flag came out.
Yes. And I lost my timeout. Oh, man.
I saw a newbie and they're talking about Go Gators.
Oh. I'm going to leave that alone.
Oh, no, the button is stuck. It's going to stay there for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone.
Not even right.
I know we handled our business. That's all I can say. 30-0. All right, so moving on here. New Hawkeye series dropped. Disney Plus. I liked it. I didn't think it was like crazy. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But I liked it. I'm ready to keep it moving. See the next episode. But what's your thoughts, McClay?
I loved it, man. I thought it was excellent. I thought there was a couple things that were kind of weird, but that's just me. I'm always got to find a couple things that are kind of weird with something, just because I'm so
It
pessimistic.
made you want to go to Broadway, right?
Yeah, here's a couple things that Marvel does such a great job in casting, and Haley Steinfeld is perfect, absolutely perfect. She plays that rich kid, grew up rich but always has to have something to prove, got to be the best in karate, best in track and field, that type of, she plays that perfectly. Like, she just fits it perfectly for whatever reason. And I also thought the Tracksuit Mafia stuff was hilarious. They did a really good job with that. And the thing that absolutely stole the show so far is Pizza Dog, right? Lucky the Pizza Dog. Man,
100%.
there's going to be
Which we called that, right? We figured it would, and I think you're going to see a lot more of that throughout those episodes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of golden retriever puppies given out this Christmas.
Oh no!
So people don't like poke one of their eyes out or something.
Yeah, I know. Jesus, that is CG, you guys. CG.
Yeah, I hope Lauren's not watching this because she's wanting one already.
Oh boy,
trouble.
you're already in. You just don't know it yet.
Well, then just have her watch Marley and Me.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll break you from ever wanting a dog again.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. All right. Well, what'd you think, Buzz?
He's over there going, have I ever watched Marley and Me?
I accidentally fell asleep today, woke up, came running down here, pulled up the show outline, and I'm like, huh. Oh yeah, Hawkeye came out. I guess I better start episode 1. And got about 3/4 of the way through it before we went live. So far, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna watch it. Am I gonna enjoy it? Yes. But I feel like a lot of Disney content falls in this middle of the road, appeasing everybody out there. I feel like this show could be a little bit nerdier, a little bit grittier, a little bit dirtier, and just kind of, I almost feel like a lot of the portrayal, the characters on Disney series are too clean. Like, there's no habits, there's no burping, there's no farting. Nobody does anything wrong. It feels almost less human. And I'm still excited for it to see Jeremy Renner on there. Like, he did a really good job at the beginning, looking really annoyed and really tired. And then the whole selfie thing in the bathroom, and it's good stuff. It's good acting, but I feel like Disney pulls a lot of human elements out of these characters when they get into shows. I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff. I'm not as experienced with Hawkeye as you guys are, but I'm sure there's a lot of great moments in Hawkeye runs and series and reads that could be captured and portrayed in a show like this that Disney's like, no, we can't have that on screen, which I feel like detracts from the character, that really kind of becomes almost monotone. And
yeah, if I were to pick a run to read, especially for this show, it'd definitely be that Matt Fraction run.
Oh god, yeah, I've read that with Modern Men on the Comic Core, and that was a really good read. That really was. But am I gonna like it? Yeah. Am I gonna enjoy it? Yeah. But I'm gonna just feel like that monotone flat note the whole way through, and I'm not expecting any real surprises. I'm not expecting anything to really like blow my skirt up, so to speak. It's just gonna kind of be entertaining, but it almost feels a little. Is dehumanized the wrong phrase? Like, it's like, I don't know.
Well, that's the whole point. I think that Hawkeye kind of he just exudes that, just hate the world. Like, I think Jeremy Renner looks like a constipated Popeye the whole time, man. Like, he plays into that role.
Spinach will do it to you.
Yeah, well, it does the opposite, but yeah. What up, Darth Lopez?
That's great analogy.
And that's that in the Matt Fraction run. That was Clint Barton's whole thing. So he's playing it really, really well. So much so that, and I was talking about this the other day. Like, an actor is good when a role they play makes you hate them. And I'm just like, can he crack a damn smile that's genuine? Like, I can't stand him in this. I cannot stand him. I'm like, you're just insufferable, man. And that's how you know he's a good actor.
I'm generalizing. I'm massively, like, very broad strokes generalizing, not just on one character, but like all of them that we're going to face in the series. And it's really kind of seeing this trend with a lot of Disney series, is where I feel like there's just things missing. Just not just Hawkeye, not just one character, but I feel like this trend kind of continues into this series as well.
Yeah, Luke, you're right. That saved him in that one final episode. I think that really saved his butt. That LARPing scene.
I love the show. To me, so far, people are gonna hate me for this, but I like Hawkeye right now better than I like Loki. I thought Loki was good, but I think it might also be the move because it was Thanksgiving weekend, so you got the holiday feels going on. To me, it's kind of playing out not as great, but it's like another Die Hard movie, right?
I had the exact same
feels
with the opening music. I'm like, this kind of reminds me of the opening audio to Die Hard.
That's there's a reason for that, man. Like they're trying to pull that kind of feel off. They're trying to pull off that whole New York and Christmas feel with so many movies.
Yep, I agree. And the Loki was too confusing for me. I think it's just more dumbed down for me.
Time travel movies can always confuse the shit out of me because I'm just not that smart.
What? Me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't follow all that shit. I don't know, but yeah, I have way higher hopes for this than Loki after the first two. I'll say that.
I agree with pretty much the consensus. I think Haley Steinfeld knocks that role out of the park, and you're gonna see a lot of Kate Bishop books move because of her.
Yep, I agree.
Yep,
100%.
Yeah, that Young Avengers.
In the chat, or if you guys are watching this on replay, let us know what you guys think of Hawkeye. I know we're 2 episodes in. Here's the thing. I don't even know what days the new episodes premiere. Is it Wednesdays? Is it Fridays?
I think it's Wednesdays.
There's a new one. I watch it.
I think it's Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't even know that either. So,
actually, yeah, going forward now with Disney Plus, if I remember correctly, I've heard people talking on social media and other YouTube channels that through into the first quarter of next year, we start getting Marvel content every week and Star Wars content every week, like Wednesdays and Fridays, I think. Right, Brian?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Don't leave out Yellowstone. Don't leave out Yellowstone content. Sorry.
I've been seeing some really good Yellowstone memes going around lately.
Dude, such a good show. Yeah. If you're not watching Yellowstone, watch it.
They need to bring Rip into the MCU.
What? Yeah, Casey's my dog though. Like I like Rip, but Casey's my dog.
Every time I watch Casey, if you ever watch YouTube, if you ever watch Peter McKinnon on YouTube, awesome YouTube channel. Every time I see Casey, I'm like, reminds me of Peter McKinnon. But all the characters are good on that show. Beth, bring her in. She'd be
Oh yeah, Beth's got some lines. We should just
start our own Yellowstone podcast, Tomberlin.
We might need to.
Isn't Peter McKinnon coming out with a show? Isn't there a show coming out with Peter McKinnon?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's done like car commercials and
maybe. Yeah.
The guy's.
I thought there was.
Crazy talented. Damn Canadians. I'll tell you. I'm kidding. I'm just saying that. I don't know if Newbie's still in here. Damn Canadians.
Yeah, 10K. That's. I don't know what people are thinking on some of that. I'm telling you.
Oh, my cousin. Speaking of, well, it's not quite Yellowstone, but all the way out there in Nebraska, my cousin Aaron Wood is in here.
What's up?
Kind of like Yellowstone. Same damn thing. Cold, ain't shit for miles.
It's way closer than us. I'll tell you that.
He's like, that's why I got smart and bought a damn charter boat in Costa Rica so I can get there when I need to.
Oh, shit. That's my hero right there. Then.
Yeah.
I will go down there with you anytime, my friend.
You guys bring up Yellowstone, and that it's clicking now. I now realize why there's all of the like love interest and whatnot on TikTok for cowboys, because I'm like scrolling. I'm like, what is up with all the cowboy action going on right now? This makes sense now.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. If you haven't seen any of it, come on, Buzz, get with the program here.
That's on the list of things to do. But somebody named the old Bee to the Wood put Hawkeye on the homework list, so that one came first.
Yeah, give us a Yellowstone comic.
Yeah.
To what?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It could be good though. It could be good.
It could.
I'm telling you.
Clay.
San Diego Comic-Con, there was a recent San Diego, right? They
Yeah,
just
it
had a
didn't have,
little.
it didn't have the same buzz, did it?
No, I don't think it had the same buzz, but there was people talking about it. There was some exclusives that were sold, but they announced that they're going to have their regular time slot or weekend slot in July next year. They have announced that along with WonderCon in Anaheim. Is WonderCon in Anaheim? Yep, Anaheim, April 1st through the 3rd of next year, which is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think WonderCon is probably the better show to go to, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, I'm more excited about WonderCon than San Diego.
Yeah, for sure. San Diego is just too packed nowadays. I did San Diego many years in a row from like 2000 to 2006, and even then it was nuts to butts. And then it just became something even more than that, man. It became it's like just a cesspool of just people. And it's not because of the type of people, it's just there's so many and they're just all in line. You're in line all day every day at San Diego Con, it feels like. So WonderCon has become the place to me. I think it's the better of the two cons, especially if you're a comic fan. Now if you're a movie fan and a pop culture fan, San Diego is the place to be. If you like going to the different theater rooms and listening to new movie, people talk about new movies and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But WonderCon to me is where it's at. I'll be going to WonderCon this year for sure. I don't know about San Diego, but
did you see that article from why Adam Driver will never go to Comic-Con again? Did you see that? Adam Driver plays Kylo Ren. He's like, I'll never go to Comic-Con again because he felt like a prisoner in his hotel room. Like he's like, I wanted to like go get something, a coffee or something. They're like, you can't leave the room. And he's like, they didn't want people to recognize him because I think it's when they were going to announce him for Star Wars and everything. And yeah, he's like, it was the most miserable experience ever. He's like, if you walked out here, you got to put this mask on. He's like, yeah,
I call phony baloney on that one right there, because really all he has to do is dress up in his outfit and walk out, and he's cosplaying, and ain't
not if it was like at the beginning and no one knew who the character was and they wanted to introduce him.
That's an excellent point. Still,
plus, what if he doesn't want to wear a damn costume? Like, I just want to go out and hang. Well, he's an actor; he can't do that anymore. But I don't know.
I've heard of a lot of celebrities cosplaying at comic book conventions and then taking like surprise pictures out in the middle of the floor, like, "Hey, look at me here," and then nobody knows about it until after. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I got two things to add there. First off, nuts to butts, best thing I've heard a long time. And second off, the $1 million idea at a place like that is a deodorant stand.
Oh my God, you beat me to it.
Like, dude, I'm telling you, if you could literally set up a mobile deodorant stand,
just little wipes,
you would have people going and buying it for other people that they're standing next to in line, handing it to them and being like, help me out here.
Don't even buy deodorant. Just do like Axe spray. So you just
that could even be better.
Ooh, $1 spritz. You know the dollar water guy at Baltimore? You got the $1 spritz guy at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah. That's like the bathroom guy. You need to set up a guy in the bathroom that has the different cologne and stuff.
The concierge.
Yeah. Yeah, San Diego is crazy nowadays. It's just absolutely. It's a different type of event. It's no longer a convention. It's just crazy, pure crazy.
I mean, San Diego Comic-Con has been a bucket list convention for people that even live in California, and it's that busy and that packed that people that live there can't go a lot of times. And ticket sales are oftentimes sold out faster than people can get to them, and there's a limited number of tickets, correct?
Yeah.
Therefore, a lot of people aren't able to make it, and it becomes a bucket list convention. It was a convention for the last couple of years that we had on our bucket list, and things have changed. And now it's kind of like, if you're going to WonderCon, I would rather put that as a bucket list. San Diego Comic-Con, like you had mentioned, it really seems like more of a pop culture cosplay movie it seems like that would be a really cool people watching experience and checking out a lot of cosplay. But I don't think I'd be able to get into a lot of comic book content there, just with as many people are there. Like you said, nuts to butt, and how crammed and packed it is. Taking through long boxes, yeah. I mean, that's probably just not going to be a thing. I couldn't imagine that.
The first year that I went to San Diego, I came back with 4 long boxes of dollar books that I bought from different things, and I just filled up would buy long boxes and put them, the last year I went, I think I came back with like 1 exclusive and maybe a sketch, because it's not worth it anymore to even look. I mean, there's half of the place isn't even, more than half the place, 3/4 of the place isn't even comics. So
I also want to take time to welcome more people coming into the chat. We got Mitch Joel. Haven't seen him in a little bit, so always great to have him back in here. Double O, Cantankerous, always great to have him in here as well. I'm just laughing because I'm just thinking of what's to come from him in the comments in this live chat. And Aaron, if you're still in here, my cousin Aaron, like I said, he has a charter boat down in Costa Rica. If you're in here, drop a link to where people can book that charter, get out of that cold weather, and do some fishing out of Costa Rica. I got one guy in here, a panelist right now, Andrew Tomlin, he's ready to go because kids are throwing up all over the house. He's like, I just want to get the hell out of here.
Hell yeah. I'll captain the boat for you. Whatever it takes. I can bring all the rods, whatever we need. I'm in. Like, yeah, count me in.
Yeah. And then on top of that, also listen in the chat. Are you guys excited to go to San Diego Comic-Con, WonderCon? I hope, those dates stay steady. We don't know what's to come within, I won't say the next year, but yeah, pretty much the next year. I mean, we'll probably be on the 36,000th variant by then of whatever. So hopefully those dates stay firm. Those conventions happen. People that love that San Diego Comic-Con experience. Like I said at the beginning of that topic, we had that November, what were they calling that scaled down San Diego? There wasn't a whole lot of buzz that came out of that. Friend of the channel, Kanto creator David Boer was there. I know that much.
That was like a virtual con, wasn't it?
Say that again?
What was it? Wasn't that a virtual con?
No, it was actually physical.
Really? All right. I missed that one then.
If it happens and no one knows about it.
Exactly.
Does it make a sound? Mini Montreal Comic Con this Friday, Saturday. Christmas market. Yep. I miss Christmas market. As a kid living in Germany, nothing better than Christmas markets. I found out there's one in Baltimore. I'm going to go check it out.
Is that like a big flea market?
Yeah, I mean, of course, Christmas crafts. And the thing about it is in Germany, you got the Glühwein and, good beers and stuff.
Fruitcakes.
That Glühwein will put a hurting on you.
Yeah, that's like, I'll say it's like it sneaks up on you, kind of like if you drink sake.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lauren went through that phase where she was like making it every day, and I was like, this is too much. This is way too much here.
Yeah, it's like we made some while we put the tree up, and wife went out and she's like, what kind of wine? I was like, don't go buying that expensive shit because you're putting spices and stuff in it.
Yeah.
What is
like
it? What is
$10,
it?
$15 bottle of wine.
It's like hot wine. Like you put like
cinnamon and orange and
and then you
spices.
You boil it for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
not
don't boil it.
Not boil. Yeah.
Heat it up.
So it's like warm sangria.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it can get get old real quick as far as I'm concerned.
So it's like eggnog. Old real quick. No,
like
not that type, but yes.
But Buzz, we thought it would never happen. We said, no way will there ever be a live action Saga. Brian came on. We also said, hey, it's bound to happen. And lo and behold, we got us a live action Saga, don't we?
So the button pusher becomes the button pushy with the old Mr. Wood here dropping this live action adaptation of Saga arriving in a Taco Bell commercial. Now, I'm actually really excited to talk about this tonight because
you got chalupas with boobies.
you're on a whole nother deeper level on this than I am, man. This is I'm just gonna pull it up here real quick so we can take a look at it. It is not a long ad by any means at all.
Yeah, and it's not something to get super excited about, but it's cool to discuss.
It is. It's. I don't know. I have a lot of. Let's look at it, and then I've got a lot I want to say about this.
I don't understand why. Yeah, I'll get to it at the end. Like, just why did he stop? Why did
he heard the bell? He heard the Taco Bell.
So his shield hitting the trash can produced the same sound as the actual Taco Bell dong.
Oh, I didn't put two and two together.
The audio on this re-uploaded clip is really, really low, so we're not gonna be able to hear it.
I'll tell you what,
I didn't mild sauce. A weak ass mild.
No idea who they are or even cosplaying for them.
Dude.
But I can potentially. No.
Oh.
Yep. See here, professional button pusher screwing it all up. So Taco Bell IP holders, Saga and its characters and logos are copyright and trademark of Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. So they are listed right there at the bottom. So they've got
no shit. How about
that? The only way you could tell that this was a Saga thing, though, because
that's clearly Marco.
Once you know, you can see it, but at the same time, like everyone else has mentioned in the chat, it's like, well, I wouldn't put it past you, Buzz, but it's like, okay, once you mention it, I see it as Saga. But I would have watched it a bunch of times and be like, Yep.
So, can't skip over these comments. Looks like a night on the. Let's continue discussing. I've been rambling on about this but just based on the excitement, and then I really liked where Brian was at with one of his ideas, and I think this might be a series of commercials from Taco Bell with other characters, because how do you not have Lion Cat in there somehow or some way? I don't know. I'm just gonna start going off on a total left field rampage about being a Saga fan. Nuggets.
Yeah, well, I can tell you one thing. Half of the panelists and everyone in the chat is probably gonna want some type of fast food after this shit. We got Mitch talking about McDonald's nuggets now.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if Marco's dead, Cantankerous. You gotta wait for the next issue.
Interesting. Even Mitch said that might have gone over his head. Yeah, it is kind of subtle.
It's
well, and once you say Saga, then it's like, oh, I get it. It's like playing Pictionary with the shitty drawer.
Wait.
Then they're like, oh, okay, I can see it.
We've got some good analogies in here tonight. I will say that.
So, Brian Wood, man, spit it out. What were you talking about earlier before we went live with your predictions for this?
Oh, I was bullshit with Andy talking about this. Reminds me of like, hey, it's like foreshadowing. Who knows? It might build that momentum into an actual live action. Like, remember I Am Legend, when Batman Superman movie, and then like everyone pointed back to I Am Legend with the Batman Superman billboard, and it was a message that that movie was coming. But I think it builds on different things, because Saga fans are gonna love it. Do you got that fervor? Look at Andy, just from super excited for Saga coming back next year. We're all talking about Taco Bell or wanting some type of fast food, so
I tripped and fell right into a party pack this past weekend.
Taco Bell is no longer like you used to go to Taco Bell because it was cheap. It ain't cheap anymore.
Nothing's cheap anymore, man. Like,
once I found out it was a ground up horse, I'm out.
Huh?
Well, call me a cowboy, because I'm going to that rodeo every weekend.
Oh yeah. Don't Google what's in Taco Bell meat.
Oh,
whatever
man.
you do.
After all the nasty stuff I know I eat, what's a little bit of horse?
I love me some Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Defamation suit from Mr. Bell.
McClay's face is like,
My bad.
what's going on?
McClay's
That
like a
changed my
thought too
whole.
or
That
something.
just, yeah, man, that really messed with me, man.
It messed with me too.
I'm glad I'm not eating. I haven't eaten Taco Bell in a while. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yep. I'll probably never do it again. Just saying.
Never
Just
say
saying.
never.
They got those freaking cinnamon things though.
Oh
with
yeah,
the,
those are
man,
good. I'll tell you.
fuck.
Well, listen, there's even better ones. They're called buñuelos. Buñuelos. You can get them they're made by. Have you ever had Nana's tortilla chips?
Yep.
The
Yep.
same company makes them. They're called buñuelos, and
Oh shit.
dude. I call them Mexican crack because that's what it is. It is cinnamon and sugar on these. Oh my god, dude, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
go
gonna have
through
to try
them,
that.
yeah, nightly.
Yeah, well, I mean, does it make you excited for Saga? Or does it make you hungry?
Yeah, both.
Exactly. But anyways, moving on. Tomorrow, new comic book day. What are you guys picking up? Alberto Buzzo.
I did not do my homework yet, but
We'll
hey,
come back
just
to you.
okay.
McClay, do you have anything you're picking up tomorrow?
I like the Star Wars. Let me show you guys here. So I like this.
Bounty Hunters or
I like this. I like the Star Wars, the regular Star Wars. Let me share my screen here. I'm picking up the Star Wars Darth Vader number 18.
Yeah,
I like
that's a
this.
nice cover. I was looking at that.
Yeah,
Yep.
and this is the Lashley cover, and I like the whole Ochi Bastoon storyline, or Bastoon. I don't know how you say it. This character here, this kind of like sidekick bounty hunter guy, I think is a great character.
Can you scroll down when you're done with that cover? Pick the poster type cover.
This one,
the one next to it.
The 50th, yeah.
Yeah, so not so much this one. It might be even this one, but have you noticed that Tops and their online Tops now they've been putting those posters like cards out?
Yep, I have, and I don't know why this is taking so long right now, but
Yeah.
it is. There we go.
I mean, it's like similar to this. I haven't seen this one, but some of the ones that I've seen the comic covers for, they've actually put cards out for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're putting out really limited ones too.
Yeah.
And then this is so. Anyways, I like that whole storyline. I'll be honest. There's a new series coming out. I forget what it's called. Is it Crimson Rain? I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that, but we'll see how it turns out. This one, though, look at this cover. This cover is crazy, bonkers, right? What's up with Spider-Man? He looks like a frog.
Yeah.
And it's cool looking to me. I think it's really cool. Look at his the spider on his chest. It looks like a real spider. Yeah, this is just a really cool cover, and that I'm gonna have to pick up. So I'll be buying Amazing Spider-Man number 80.
That cover looks like, I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram. Wood, I know you do. God Tank.
Yeah.
That looks like something he would do.
Or almost a little bit Alex Party.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not sure who this is. Let's take a look here. Let's see if I can find out. Doesn't say. And it doesn't say, but here's if you guys see anybody here that looks like Alejandro Sanchez. It's definitely not Art Adams. I don't think that's Art Adams.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, that to me is a really, really good cover. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's probably all I'm grabbing this week.
Mitch put a good thing in the chat. He's gonna have more books. Spider-Man, Batman.
Michael Dowling. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Michael Dowling. Yeah, he's badass. I'm gonna have to check out his other stuff now.
All right, so I'm really, really looking forward to Animal Castle from Ablaze.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah,
I like how they solicit it as if you like stray dogs.
Yeah, I mean they got to do that at this point, though, right? Though they got to ride some kind of coattails just to try and get in the door. But I've really heard good things about people that got a chance to read it early, and I'm interested to see how it does. I love the cover A for it. There's also a Virgin 1 in 10 for that, but yeah, I'm really excited to check that one out. It's like a modern take on Orwell's Animal Farm.
Yep.
So
It looks good, and I think it's an oversized issue, right?
I don't know.
It's got some decent variants for it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
32 pages on the page count.
But I like the cover A. Is just it looks good with the trade dress on there and all. Like really, really solid looking book. So that's mine.
That is a cool cover. Kind of got like a 30s kind of vibe with the font they used and with
Share
the
your
black
screen.
and white floor.
Yeah,
Here, I can do that real quick.
yeah. It does. That cover A is the one to have. I think for sure. Yep. That's it.
Ryan Adams put a comment in the chat about Deadly Class 50 on FOC this week. I think it might be because 49 hits store shelves tomorrow. And it usually hits the FOC.
Yep. And see, that's the 1 in 10. I like the trade dress better. I think it.
Well, this is a
Gives it
really,
more.
really dark cover without the trade dress. The trade dress really does add
Yep.
some eye appeal to it.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, you said it wrong. It's Casley.
Potato, whatever.
I definitely like the cover A or the 1 in 10, the Virgin, better than the other covers. But I was looking at that as well, and it piqued my interest. And then I also noticed, like, if you liked Stray Dogs,
Yeah.
no
I
one
think
says if you liked
There it
Animosity.
is.
They should, though. Animosity is freaking great. I don't know
Yeah.
why nobody gives that book love anymore.
Remember
Like the 1 in 10. Speaking of Animosity, just to show you how much I like Animosity, I got one right there. Like that 1 in 10
Yeah,
cover, not an easy
that was
find.
like one of those first books that Aftershock that like took off.
Yeah, that was the flagship Aftershock book, pretty much. So yeah, Animosity always going to be one of my favorite animal books for sure.
Did you guys see this? This is a cover that kind of jumped out at me too. This is a new series called Odin's Eye. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that is a really good cover.
Yeah. So it says, a young farm girl of great promise is haunted by visions of the god King Odin himself and words she cannot understand and images too violent for a child to comprehend. Odin tasks her with a brutal mission to retrieve his eye, the one he famously traded for wisdom, and to bring it to him. In the real world, the winter season has not left the land of her peoples for years, as crops fail and livestock perish. So anyways, you guys get the drift. That seems pretty cool. Seems like a pretty cool little hero's adventure. Hero's
Yeah,
tale.
$10 cover price, 72 pages.
Ooh,
So
well,
it's square
72
bound.
pages. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So we'll see. Might have to take a look at that. Looks like it's going to be 5 issues at least.
Buzz, you got something for us?
I
Normally you
can't.
got like my pool list is going to be only 176 books this week.
Well, they got the Home Alone Christmas special releasing this week.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to go with that.
Don't throw out my spec pick just yet. I mean, I can't really pick one title that I'm really pining for that I'm going to read in the truck at the parking lot or in the parking lot of the LCS. It just this week looks like a lot of solid good reading. Daredevil 36 drops. Venom 2 comes out, like Ryan was saying. Ryan Hell said Darth Vader, like
36. That's the final Zdarsky book, right? Well, for that run.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because then he goes into the he's got the Elektra series, and then they got the what's the Marvel event Daredevil? Oh, what's that called again?
Dark Reign, Devil's Reign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do an event during the holidays.
Well, coming up
After the holidays.
Yeah.
And then, like McClay said too, Darth Vader 18, Department of Truth 14 is out tomorrow. There's just a lot of really solid reading material hitting tomorrow. Once in Future 22, TMNT is out. The Me You Love in the Dark #5 comes out. Bounty Hunters.
The 1 in 25 for that Once in Future book
Son of a
think-
bitch.
What?
Y'all just took my pick, man. It hurt my feelings.
My bad. It's him. Blame Fa or blame Buzz.
But
Okay.
running through them all.
Hey, I did an expert pro level segue into Brian, and he missed it. It's not my
no, I'm good. But that is my pick, and it's mostly just the reader pick. But yeah, the 1 in 25 is awesome. Once in Future, issue number 22. That's one between Once in Future and Seven Secrets are kind of like my two favorite series from Boom. And they also just had that deluxe hardcover edition for Once in Future that came out. That's absolutely gorgeous. If you guys aren't reading this with this series, it's definitely one that I recommend. Great story, and all those cover A's. Dan Moore does awesome cover, and then awesome art on this book. But I think it's just a matter of time before you hear Once in Future news as well.
McClay, can you find the 1 in 25? Because League of Comic Geeks only has what appears to be the cover A.
Yeah,
I had to pull it off of eBay for my article.
Yeah, I think Midtown has it for like 36 bucks.
They don't. I don't even think they had it up last night or the night before.
It's the one where she's like holding the
Thing of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mirka Andolfo, and she doesn't get enough. She doesn't get enough props either.
And then they got a black and white Dan Moore cover.
Yep.
1 in 10.
Yep. The Andolfo one though, she does really good work. I don't know how Peach blew up and she got no love. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's not up on Midtown anymore.
No, that's what I say. I don't think it was up on Midtown either. It may have been early, but
Hold on, we got to check this out.
Yeah,
I had to go to my article. You can find it there. Brian Wood, go ahead, check it out.
I'm gonna have to now. Like,
see, that's why you gotta pay attention.
Because it's not even coming up on eBay.
Where should they go, Andy? Let people know where your article is, by the way.
Comicbookinvest.com. The Indie Spotlight series. It drops every Tuesday morning. As long as I don't screw up something and not get it in on time. But yeah, check it out. I'll pick the top 5 indie books to be on the lookout for each week. And I don't know, just give you a little insight, another tool in the toolbox. Yeah. But yep, there it is. Yeah, that's a good looking cover. And I think, yeah, look at it. There you go. I swear these 1 in 25s for the later books, like they're so under ordered.
Yep.
When it pops off and people really start paying attention to the series, these 1 in 25s are going to be so hard to find and people are going to want so much money for them. It's going to go, I think some of these will be worse than Something That's Killing the Children.
And they've had the ones I've seen, if you get them damaged in my LCS, there are no replacements.
No,
they're so underprinted and under ordered that they can't get replacements. So high grade copies, it's not going to be easy. I know I've run into some of those high ratio variants not arriving in near mint condition in my LCS, getting declined replacements.
Yep.
God, that's a good looking cover.
I agree.
That'll be in my pull list tomorrow, my pull box.
Yeah. Mitch is asking, what do we think about Department of Truth? I'm like 3 issues behind on that book, by the way, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's a good series. I don't know. I think there's so many people paying attention to that series. I don't know that you'll see the big spec boom on it on back issues, but I think it's a good series. I say that, and I think one of those, like number 6, number 9, it's popped off for like $20, something like that. So
there's some great store exclusive covers for that.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Department of Truth book to have is the 1 in 50. I think it's an Andolfo cover too. The Marilyn Monroe homage. That's the one to have from that series, I believe.
I'll tell you what, the one to have from that that Wood over here should be talking about would be that one in the 500 print run Megan Hutchinson, because that has Simmelman's Comics logo on the back, does it not?
It does. Partner with 616 Comics. That was our entry with Megan Hutchinson, and John's built that relationship. And at 616, they do a lot of Megan Hutchinson Kate's now covers.
But yeah, the one in 50 also. I just saw a good segue opportunity. Softball, Brian.
I appreciate the shameless plug.
In all honesty, Mitch, I feel like this is a read that's got a lot of layers, and going issue to issue, I had a hard time keeping up month to month, and I'm finding myself having to do a lot of rereading. I felt like the series read a lot better as a trade, like sitting down and getting all 6 or all 7, like a trade. For me, it read better as a trade, and I was able to stay engaged and in depth into the read. Whereas issue to issue, month to month was actually a little bit harder. We reviewed that on the Comic Horror's Modern Men, and Drew got pretty spicy about some of the artwork, but go over and watch that one. It was hilarious. Shameless plug. Oh my God, more plugs. I got more plugs than a hair factory.
But that's just going to leave us with one more thing. One more thing. What do you got for us, Beardo?
Ooh, C2E2 next freaking week already. Like, we're literally knocking on Chicago's door here. Come on, open the door. Let me in. Let's go. That is going to be a blast. We are locked. We are loaded. There are so many people that are going to be there. And if you're not going to be there, pay attention to social media and the YouTube channels and live vicariously through everybody else if you can't make it. I'm sure there's going to be tons of great content. I know there's going to be some exclusives that are going to be dropping, and there's Whatnot's going to be there doing some sales. And there's, oh my God, it's going to be 4 days of bliss in Chicago with, I can't wait for like a vacation right smack dab in the middle of the holidays, because this is my busy time of the year. And I'm so glad that I made time to take off with the wife, and we're going to be there. And if you guys are watching in the chat on the replay or live right now, comment, are you guys going to be there? Are you not going to be there? Like, we are all going to have to meet up at some point. I hope they do the yard again with all the brews in the middle.
I'm commenting. I'm not going to be there.
Yep.
I'm out.
I'm going to be at home too. Me too.
It's actually pretty good.
McClay, one more thing.
Speaking of Whatnot, I have a huge Whatnot sale for Wednesday. We're doing Wolverine and Walking Dead Wednesdays on Whatnot every Wednesday now. So make sure you guys follow my selling account. It's not under Brian McClay. It's under Tales from the Flip Side. So follow Tales from the Flip Side on Whatnot. Thanks to everybody that bought on Saturday and Sunday. I had 200 packages to pack, and I'm tired of shipping. But
you need to hire a shipper.
Yeah, I wish I could, man. I wish I could. That would be. I just don't know any. And that being said, I can't wait till some of these other cons that I'm really jealous of not being able to go to C2E2. I really wanted to go to Emerald City, but things kind of fell through. So hoping to get out to the Ontario one in California here the end of December.
Is that a good con? Because Ontario's not big.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cool. Just all comics, one of those just really good comic only cons,
I just know that's always the airport they fly us into before they drove our asses out to 29 Palms.
Yeah.
All right, I'll continue the Whatnot theme. I don't run the big auctions like these guys do, but if you're looking for the harder to find indie books, make sure and check us out. Indie Spotlight series on Whatnot. Also, as you saw the article earlier, comicbookinvest.com. Check it out for the Indie Spotlight series every Tuesday. And that's about it. Tales from the Flip Side, Simple Man's Comics.
Man, how are you not a motivational speaker, man? Your delivery is fucking awesome. You get to it.
It's that South Carolina thing.
Well, Whatnot, y'all. You save it all for that Southern Charm.
Yeah. Yes, I do. And you can find me on Southern Charm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of whatnot, though,
Never.
friend of the channel, friend in real life, Sean Leggett, Big Leg. He's on there right now doing that Giving Tuesday. He's got that charity auction going on, a whole bunch of books. So you guys can go over to Whatnot, Big Leg, BIGGLEGG. Look for him on Whatnot. A whole bunch of books between him, Drew, a bunch of people donated. All the proceeds are going to Wounded Warrior Project, right, Brian?
Yep.
So
That's
that
correct.
is still going on there. My one more thing, if you haven't watched it yet, if you get HBO Max and watch the movie 8-Bit Christmas. Awesome. Doogie Howser. But it's like a new type Christmas story type movie, except instead of Red Ryder, they want that. It's the story of how he got his Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you got that 80s nostalgia, there's a lot of, it's kind of like Christmas Story meets Princess Bride. And it's a great book. A great movie. My kids have watched it like 3 times already. So, and one more last thing. Speaking of Christmas, our live stream, December 21st, we are going to make it Christmas themed, and we're all going to dress up for Christmas. So it's going to be a good time. Bring adult beverages with you to the live stream. Let's have a good chat. Let's have a good time. It's Tuesday before Christmas. Let's just have fun with it and do like a little Christmas party stream. And I'm anxious to see what everyone dresses up as.
Well, I mean, Buzz doesn't even have to dress up. I mean, put on a sweater and
out like a picture of Buzz's girlfriend and put it in a photo frame behind you.
Hold on.
And I hate to be the spoiler, but Wood is going to be Elf, Will Ferrell Elf. So, yeah, just make sure and join us. It's going to be great.
I'm not
With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching it live, watching on the replay, or listening to the audio version on the podcast. With that being said, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Kevin, get out of my room!
Look, they talking like they don't know a king when they see one. See him in person, he take it back like a refund. Ballin' with my brothers, all my playing D1. Daily checking chicken, he gon' spin it.